Hello everyone and welcome to another video with Opal Wave. Just finished 4-0 with this deck. It seems to be really performing really well, like a lot of 2-0s. Like a lot of decks can't really deal with this game plan. So I'll just show the deck list here. Compared to previous versions, I put in 2 Lotus Petals, because turn 1 Silver Library seems really strong, and in the sideboard, like turn 1 Rest in Peace could also be necessary, just provide some more speed. So I cut 1 land and, I don't know, 1 Enlightened Tutor or something. I also put in some cast outs, because it works nice with the replenish and it could deal with some more troublesome permanents. Like it was good against show and tell and other stuff, and you can still cycle it away if it doesn't matter. And you're trying to dig through your deck with this deck anyway. Just trying to dig for the Parallax Wave Opalescence combo. Other than that, like I moved the Enlightened Tutors to the sideboard because I didn't like it against so many decks. And I added a Black Splash for Doomwake Giant, and in the sideboard Engineered Plague because we kept losing to Death and Taxes. And this at least it's an out to stuff like Phyrexian Revoker, and even against some other decks it's just nice to kill their creatures. Like Meddling Mage or even just Baleful Strixes that can block our enchantments. I also added some Rest in Pieces to the sideboard because I think it's wrong not to have any answer for graveyard decks, because they're usually too fast for our 4 mana combo, or like basically even like 8 mana combo, because you need to spend 2 turns casting both of these cards. And I cut back on some of the Storm hate. Like my record against Storm is still reasonable for an Enchantress deck. Let's see. Oh yeah, 4 wins, 4 losses. It's like around 50%. And it's still a popular deck, but I think I wanted to have more like answers to a bigger part of the field. Like Seal of Primordium can deal with like it's another card to deal with Destined Taxes or like Chalices or Blood Moons. I mean, Blood Moon isn't really a problem, but it deals with either Sworn Canonist. Yeah, and I put the main deck line of Sanctity to the board. Like, it could give some free wins against some decks, but I just wanted to try and streamline the deck. Alternatively, I could see like moving all the ley lines to the main deck, because it does shut off a lot of legacy decks, and together with Opalescence, it's like very strong. I mean, it just becomes a 3/4/4 that you have in your opening hand that prevents like a lot of the cards in their deck. So we are waiting for our opponent to join. Last league I lost against Storm once and I won against Storm once. Like yeah, I've played Storm. Let's see, I've played 35 matches and I've played against Storm 8 times. So that's 23% of the field. It's really a lot, I think. Like in paper, I haven't played against Storm in forever, but it's still 22-23% of the online metagame. Okay, while we wait for an opponent, I just go over the combo again for people who haven't watched the previous videos. Parallax Wave lets you remove fate counters from it to exile creatures, and when it leaves the battlefield, everything that's been exiled with it gets returned. And Opalescence turns all other non-aura enchantments into creatures. So this becomes a creature, and it can exile itself. So like you exile a bunch of stuff, and with it, like you keep priority, and with it's still on, with like this, the first 4 activations still on the stack, you target itself with the last counter. Then it leaves the battlefield. It returns itself because it's exiled itself, and then like all the other things you've targeted will be exiled permanently. And it also works nice against removal, because like if they target your Sylvan Library has become a creature. You just exile it with Parallax Wave, and then you can flicker Parallax Wave again to return it. Like if they terminus you, you just exile everything except the Parallax Wave and all your other permanents. Permanent creatures come back. Okay. You'll probably see it in one of the games. It will show itself. Let's see. We start the game. Like if we were on the draw, I could see this work, but I think I probably mulligan. Oh yeah, turn 1 Simple Library is good. I think I don't need this battle here. And I'm gonna start with playing the Sprawl here. Because if I just play Simple Library, then yeah, like next turn I'll have 3 mana if I find a land here, and if I just play Simple Library of Lotus Petal, I'd only have 2 mana. Cloudpost deck. You should be able to beat this. Like, I don't think we even care about stuff like Emrakul or like even Ulamog or so. Maybe it exiles something. We can exile everything with Parallax Wave in response to the triggers, and we can even no, we can't exile Ulamog, but. Maybe I have to draw a little bit more aggressively with my library. Just so I don't brick. Like now, maybe if I had paid 4 more life, I would have found 1 more enchantment and I could keep going. But because this turn he could always dust, which is not so annoying with the replenish out. I mean, we would still need to find a white mana, because this won't make white mana after all his dust. But yeah, after this he can start playing Ulamog, and he could exile our 2 Simple Libraries, and then we can't dig for anything anymore. The Source of Spyglass would really be annoying if he knew what we were playing, because we only have like 4 spells to kill this if it names Parallax Wave. Yeah, Parallax Wave. But post board we can add like some more artifact removal to deal with this. Because if he plays it main deck, he probably plays 4 of them, or 3 or 4 of them against Wasteland. Opponent is gonna look up online what kind of decks, what kind of cards Enchantress plays. Probably gonna name either Fetch Land in the dark, but if he looks up deck lists that I've played, he probably names Helm of Obedience, because that's common played main deck win condition. And I do play the Helm of Obedience, but only in the sideboard. And I haven't actually needed to use it yet. Name's Caracas, okay. He probably has some Eldrazi Titan in hand. So let's see, I put this on top because I really don't care. I'm gonna pay 4 life here, because that means the next Sylvan Library can draw 2 more cards. Yeah, and I just dig a card deeper. The only problem is that I don't have a permanent white source yet. Like a white source that survives all his dust. Maybe I should have paid 4 more, because now I'm gonna draw 2 cards. And it's gonna be the 2 cards that I put back, like the Serra's Sanctum, and I think it was another replenish. So I don't actually get to see any new cards. And I don't want the replenish or the second Sanctum. The opponent's probably reading the card and wondering what the hell's going on, I suppose. He'll just be attacked for 7 here, and then next turn for 7 plus 8. Bad at maths. 15. Let's see, 7 and 15. No, and then he'll be at 1. So that's unfortunate. Like the Opalisons, because they make other non-aura enchantments into creatures. So they don't become creatures themselves, but if you have 2 of them on the battlefield, they make each other into a creature. He could next turn Ulamog and kill both of my Opalescences, and they get exiled, so I can't replenish them. That would be kind of annoying. Should go down to 16. And next turn down to 1. Will we play Forest? Maybe it's like a Primeval Titan version of Show and Tell. Oh yeah, they do have a Primeval Titan. Which means they can get Eye of Ugin. So I should get the removal spell here this turn. Like either cast out for this, but even better a Parallax Wave. I think I only put 1 back, because I don't really need to draw that. I pay for life here. I can still put them back with the second Sylvan Library. That's a really sweet thing. Here. I think I have to pay though, because otherwise they're just gonna draw each other. The first one is gonna draw the land, the second one is gonna draw the other land as well, after that. I think I have to pay life and put 1 back. I really need, because I really need to find the removal spell for the prime time. I guess this counts to some extent. It's kind of a removal spell, potentially. Probably want a Starfield. This is like another kind of opalescence. And we get 1 more draw for the Parallax Wave here, but we didn't find it. So he probably gets to cast... Like if he attacks, even though we can block and kill it... Oh wait, I should have replenished first, then I would have gotten 1 more Enchantress presence into play and I would have drawn 1 more card. That's definitely a mistake. So now he attacks, he fetches Eye of Ugin and some Cloud Post kind of card. Then he probably has enough cards to get an Emrakul and win the game. Yeah, Sylvan Library is it's really unfortunate. Like we've seen almost half our deck and we haven't found one of the 2 cards yet. So I'm gonna block with... I guess like that. I don't care about the Enchantress presence anymore. I can replenish it back anyway. Oh, actually he can't activate Eye of Ugin yet. So we do have 1 more turn, potentially. If he doesn't have anything in hand yet, yeah. Hmm. We're not super dead, but yeah, I don't think we have a great chance here. Could hit Parallax Wave. Oh, we did hit the wave. Can't. Would I draw one more here? Does it make a difference? I think being at 1 life doesn't matter. Actually, he does play Punishing Fire, so I probably don't want to go to... Probably don't want to go to 1 here. So let's start with Replenish, just to get back more Enchantress presences. Gonna name, I guess, another black in case I want it. I think I have enough green here. Then I'm gonna play Parallax Wave. Just gonna play out everything. I don't think I care about all this dust or anything anymore. So let's play Crewfix Insight. Like if I find a cast out, ooh, perfect. If I find cast out, I can even flash it in to deal with something like an Eldrazi before he gets to attack. Like I don't even need to exile it with Parallax Wave in case he kills the wave first. If he has Ugin, he can kill the Parallax Wave with the trigger, and then I can just cast it out. Or I guess I could just cast out the Ugin itself. I mean the Parallax Wave to protect it. Keep this one. So this is how it works. I exile the Primetime, keep priority, then exile the Parallax Wave. It exiles itself, it comes back, and then the Primeval Titan will be exiled forever. Here I need to think. I already have Serra's Sanctum, so this could be enough to play the cast outs. I probably just want to overcommit here and cast some more stuff, right? Just be a bit more greedy. And I'm gonna keep 2 green left. Perfect. I think I don't need more green. I'm probably just gonna commune with the gods. Maybe I'll find another useful card. I guess I can use another Parallax Wave in case something happens to this one. The deck only has 14 more cards, so I probably get rid of the Crewfix Insight and some lands. It's like Crewfix Insight digs 6 deep, and then we can't cast it even with the Enchantress presence anyway. Emrakul. This is not a colored spell. I mean, it's a colored spell, but it's an enter the battlefield trigger. And this is like neither of these two deals with Emrakul. I mean, neither of these two gets stopped by the protection from colored spells. Sure. You could find another Source of Spyglass, but as I said, we have the cast outs for that. Oh, he gets a Caracas. Oh, but he already played a land, so that means he can't protect it. Oh no, actually he put Source of Spyglass on Caracas, so he can't bounce his own Caracas anyway. Nice Emrakul, opponent. Yeah, this deck is ridiculous. I mean, it's both ridiculously good compared to what I would have expected, and it's also just ridiculous, like, just attacking with a bunch of 4/4 enchantments. So here's Ulamog should probably target some lands, because that's the only thing that he can actually deal with. Because Parallax, if he targets Parallax Wave or one of my Opalescences, I just exile it with the Parallax Wave to fizzle his trigger. Sure, nice try. I have to remember not to keep priority here, because I actually want these cards to get returned. I might as well already bounce my Parallax Wave to be sure to have as many counters on it as possible. So it comes back with 5. These two should fizzle. Yeah, they're fizzled, and opponent concedes. Parallax Wave too strong for him. So he does play some artifacts, probably want both of these, because now he knows what to name with. Now he knows to Spyglass my Parallax Waves. Neither of these seem really good. Like Enlightened Tutor, I don't think we really need that kind of effect. I'm gonna keep in the replenishes in case of Ollie's Lust. Could see cutting the Doomwake Giant. It's just a stupid 4/6 or 5/5 with Opalescence. Maybe cut either one ramp spell or like one draw spell, tutor spell-ish. Maybe Enchantress Presence. Because at least these dig very deep in case he has a lock piece online. Like in case we need exactly Seal of Primordium, it's easier to find with Krufix Insight or Commune with the Gods. Well, Enchantress Presence just draws one card at a time. So I usually cut the Enchantress Presence if I have nothing else to cut. I'm gonna put it on white here, because we have a lot of double white spells. That card's good, but we do still need a 4th mana. Oh, that's good. I don't think this guy plays Wastelands, so I'm gonna enchant my non-basic. Then Commune. We have kind of a slow start because we missed a land drop here. So, oh, I already have Opalescence and Parallax Wave. I think I take the Wild Growth. The next turn, if I replenish, I get both of these at the same time. Ooh, okay, we probably can't beat that. He's gonna exile all our things, and the turn after that, he's probably gonna exile all our things. I'm still gonna cast it though, like, you never know. I could Krufix Insight into a Oblivion Ring effect. I think I take the Oblivion Ring and ditch the cast out. Like next turn, if we replenish, we get a cast out back, and if he minuses to take the Wild Growth, I still have the Oblivion Ring in my hand to cast. So I probably that's the only thing I take, right? Because I think I want to get as big as replenish as possible. Nissa Fastwood Seer has 5 lands in play, so he searches for a basic forest, but he doesn't get any other value out of it. Sure. So I start by playing Replenish, and then I get all this stuff back, and I can't do anything with my last mana. So I'm just gonna keep it to shuffle with a Sylvan Library. Actually, I can just exile the Nissa, so I don't care about it. Let's exile it now. We milled our second Replenish, so we are kind of weak to, not to all his dust. I just exile all my stuff under this Parallax Wave and it returns. But then it still gets his Ugin back, so it would still be really annoying. Oblivion Stone, okay. Yeah, that's really smart. Like first he crossed and grid my Parallax Wave, so I couldn't save my stuff. Prime time. I guess I have Ugin, and we're gonna be too slow at exiling it, so probably don't win here. Still gonna start with the Parallax Wave because it can exile Primeval Titan for a few turns. Yeah, milling our second Replenish was kind of painful. So now we have, like if we would replenish again here at this place, I probably would win the game. I don't think there's a whole lot he could do against it. Here we did 2 Cross and Grip on my Parallax Wave, but we have the protection. Unless he has Cross and Grip, they can protect each other. So we're not dead to him making a Thespian thing. Okay, he plays Kozilek's Return, 2 damage. Probably he has another damage spell? No. I don't know what he's doing. Oh, he wants to flash this back next turn. And he deals 5 damage to each creature if he casts an Eldrazi spell there. Okay. That's probably gonna hurt. Okay. So I'm gonna need to exile my Parallax Wave. So it won't deal any damage here, but at least he'll no longer have his... At least he'll no longer have his marital age. Oh, yeah. That's kind of sucks. So now he gets 2 more lands with his Primeval Titan. Don't think it matters because we're still gonna lose to the Ulamog here, but... Here I'm gonna exile my Oblivion Ring. He's gonna get back his Ugin the Spirit Dragon. Then I'm gonna return my Oblivion Ring. Any response to the trigger, I flicker it again, and it will be permanently exiled. I don't think I actually return my Oblivion Ring yet, because he's just gonna kill it with his Coast Legs return. I can bring it back anytime I want. So he's gonna cast Coast Legs return, he's gonna cast the exile thing. So he's gonna deal 5, and he's gonna exile both of those. We could draw a white source for Parallax Wave, but we only have Serra Sanctumus white sources anymore. Oh wait, I can save my Opalescence by getting the Oblivion Ring back, I think. So my Oblivion Ring, my Opalescence. That means my Parallax Wave also isn't a creature anymore. And he just exiles the land. I don't think there is a way to save my land. And then Serra Sanctum makes white again, because we could preserve some... enchantments on the field. Second Ulamog. And he gets to cast it, it seems. Okay. Oh wait, this happens every time? I thought he had to exile it. Oh, he didn't exile it. Okay, I understand. So he's gonna exile both of those. Meaning, yeah, I can still exile the first one, I guess. I guess it doesn't matter. Because it's no longer a creature, so I can't save it to its own trigger. Pretty dead here. Yeah, he's just gonna activate. I have Ugin, get Emrakul, and win the game. So we lost... What did we lose to? Oblivion Stone and Crossing Grip, basically. Do we have a way of dealing with those? Not really. I mean, replenish, and we just shouldn't mill one of our only replenishes by accident. And then we should win the game. Maybe Seeds of Innocence. I didn't... it's still good if he plays Oblivion Stone and he's unable to activate it at once, so I probably want to keep it in. Eidolon of Rhetoric, he did play a lot of spells each turn, but I think at that point he was already too late anyway. Maybe Enlightened Tutor. Yeah, like maybe we need to get a cast out or something for sure. I could see Enlightened Tutor being okay in this matchup. Because we need to be faster than him. I cut one of the Grufix inside because they mill my replenish and that made me sad. Yes, I would like to play first. Yeah. If you hadn't been on the play last game, I think we would have won. But on the draw, they're just a lot faster. I mean, if they're on the play, we're on the draw. It just speeds up their stuff by a lot. So I play Sylvan Library and Utopia Sprawl. I think I played the Sprawl on this land because of Ulamog. Because for Ulamog we need to spread our risks as much as possible. Like if because otherwise he can exile one land with 2 Sprawls on it. Now he needs to exile 2 lands to take all the Sprawls. It's a very minor difference, but I think apart from Ulamog, he has no way of interacting with my lands. So it shouldn't really matter. So you need for Magus of the something. Well, we have Parallax Wave. Then Parallax Wave exiles this. So I'm not gonna pay more here because I don't need these lands. Next turn, play Opalescence, attack for 6. We can probably, if we draw land, also play Sylvan Library. So the turn after, this is a basic land, a basic forest. Okay, I guess I don't really care about basic forests. Oh wait, if I exile this now, he gets to search more land if it returns. But if I exile in my turn with the Opalescence in play, it will be exiled forever, so he doesn't get land. But I can't attack with the Parallax Wave. So basically either I give him one more forest, or I give him the possibility to block me, or something like that. Because he could block my Sylvan Library, so I need to exile it. If I exile it in my turn, my Parallax Wave will leave the battlefield and it won't have haste anymore. It can't attack. So I think I just exile it here and hope. I probably don't have to flicker this for 1 or 2 turns anyway. I can cast the land. I can replay the land and Opalescence. I'm still gonna pay because these cards are kind of useless. So I don't think I mind digging for better cards here. Play the Wild Growth there. Play the Opalescence. And the Sylvan Library. Playing out this Wild Growth and Forest also means we could draw a lot of spells next turn with Sylvan Library and get even more stuff on the battlefield. You never know if it's gonna matter. Replenish, don't think I need it yet. Still gonna keep. Actually, yeah, probably I just pay for Replenish. I put back Serra's Sanctum because I can't use all the mana. And the Sylvan Library 2 will let me dig 1 card deeper. I think we can put this on top. Because the Krufix Insight will help us clear the top here. And I don't want to mill my Replenish like last game, so I'm just gonna Krufix, take Opalescence. That's great because it turns on this Opalescence and we get to attack for a few more damage here. Like at least, yeah, we attack for 4 more damage, so now he's at 2 instead of at more. And he needs to pay 2 life for that. That's okay. I do need to give him back the Nissa though, for at least 1 trigger. But he already has a forest in hand, so he can't play 2 next turn anyway, because he didn't play forest this turn. So he gets back in his Nissa. But if I don't flicker my Parallax Wave here, in my upkeep, it will have 0 counters and I won't be able to activate it anymore. So I need to reset the counters to 5. So I flicker itself. He gets back Nissa. Ooh, and the Magus. So then we exile them permanently. We have no way to deal with this Glacial Chasm. Oh, he did. Okay, he only has 2 forests because he didn't look for it. Use library, yes. I think I want to keep the cast out here. I can leave Parallax Wave on top. Actually, I should have put Crew Fix on top and just take these 2 with Crew Fix, right? Oh yeah, I can just retry here. So I put this on top, put this on top, then I Crew Fix, and I get to dig it a little bit deeper. So I take the Seal, Parallax Wave, and the Cast out. Attacking doesn't do anything. I might keep open Cast out instead of playing Seal of Primordium. And he has exactly 1 turn to do something to us here. Because he has to sacrifice his Glacial Chasm here. Oh, actually no, now he can pay for it due to his Glimmer Posts. That's a smart move. Yes, sure, I'll put these back. I'll still play this out just to get a few more draws. He can pay for this a bit more. So I don't think, yeah, I don't think I need to keep this cast outs open. He's just gonna sit in his fortress for 1 more turn. Or a few more turns. That's annoying. Exile everything with mana cost 4 or less. First gonna reset this to 5 counters. Then I need to decide which ones I want to preserve. This is gonna be exiled, so I probably want an Opalescence, probably want Enchantress Presence, a Civil Library, Seal of Primordium, maybe the second Opalescence. Actually no, it's no longer a creature, that's a mistake. No, crap. I can try it again. I should have kept priority and exiled the second Opalescence there. So I wanted to keep the... I'll keep the second Civil Library then. Yes, use Civil Library. Huh. That does not seem like the worst. Having more mana is always good. I'll exile the Eugene. And I think I want to keep open my second cast out here. Or maybe I should... Maybe I should keep Maybe I should play the Parallax Wave, because then I can save my own stuff from being exiled. If he probably plays more Ugins, so I probably want to do it like this. I don't want to overcommit here, so I think I just keep my other stuff in hand. I could pay 6 here, then he plays another Glimmer Post, and then we're screwed. Then he gains 6 life, and the next turn... Now, if he gains 6 life here with another Glimmer Post, he still can't pay for Glacial Chasm for 8 next turn, so that's a good thing. But he can't Eye of Ugin for something, sure. We're actually getting quite low on time. So he gets a thing here, he untaps and casts it. Emrakul. So he gets another turn. We exile it in response. I'm gonna do it this now before he gets a Caracas into play. I don't care about Caracas because I can just use more triggers in response to his activation, to his protection. But yeah, it's still annoying. He already played land, so he can't play more Glimmer Posts this turn unless he has crop rotation. And he already played land, so he can't Life from the Loam for Glacial Chasm. Oh, he kills my Opalescence. Sure. Good thing I got Replenish in hand. This is going to exile, so he could exile. He could try to exile the cast out. Yeah, the Parallax Wave could kill his Ulamog, and so could. So he's gonna get back his Ugin, but I can't cast it out afterwards. So that means, oh yeah, we actually replenish back a Parallax Wave, so we can still exile Ulamog, and we still attack for lethal. So I let this resolve, but wait, what's gonna return with Parallax Wave? Anything? Nope. Okay. Here I cast this, because if this Ugin sticks, then we are dead, because it just exiles my whole field. But I think this cast out, keeping it open, wins us the game here. that back. Put that back. Nope. Probably cast this first, because otherwise we're dead to surgical. Actually, he doesn't have 2 life, so he can't surgical. So I need to replenish for the opalescence. I don't need parallax wave. I just need opalescence. Just gonna exile this because I can. We already won the game anyway, so. Whew, that was a rough one. Very close. Was what's his name? And Angers. 2-1. So 21 wins, 15 losses. That's okay, 58% has been won so far. That's quite nice. If this hand doesn't do anything, like this doesn't make mana, that's a sad mulligan. We could try to scry. If we scry and we find the green source, I think I'm gonna scry and try to find the green source. Perfect. Because then if we can wild growth or Utopia Sprawl, basic forests, then this hand is gonna be really, really good. Without the scry rule, I wouldn't have dared to keep this, but on the draw, being able to scry gives you, yeah, just an extra chance of drawing the land on your turn 1. I mean, if we're getting Gable therapied for Enchantress presence here, the opponent said, guess this was a hope and pray hand. It kind of was, but it was, I consider this a calculated risk. I'm leading off with Utopia Sprawl on white here, and not Wild Growth, because in case this guy would play something like Chalice or Blood Moon, it would be hard to get all our white mana. Like, Arid Mesa doesn't look like a Chalice deck, or even a Blood Moon deck, but I didn't want to take the risk. And if our Serra Sanctum get wasted, at least we'll have one more white source. Oh wait, I think last time I played against this guy, he was playing Monastery Mentor with Punishing Fire. It's like a long time ago. So, play around Days or not, and play around Wasteland or not. Okay, I could Wild Growth my Serra Sanctum, it makes 1 more mana. I could play Sylvan Library around Days, but if he's on like the Mentor deck, I don't think he'd play the Dazes, so I'm just gonna jam it. Yeah, he's still on the Grove deck, that's interesting. Here I'm gonna be greedy. I think he did not play stuff like a Wasteland in that deck. So I'm just gonna start enchanting my Serra Sanctum. A good Parallax Wave or... So 5 mana. I could Sylvan Library, Enchantress Presence, or Fertile Ground. Probably want to lead with a second Enchantress Presence here. See what's going on. Oh, actually, I couldn't even play all of those originally. Like I forgot that I only had one green mana there, so definitely want Oblivion Ring in hand. I think I want all of those in hand. I don't want to rely on drawing a replenish to be able to get back the Opalescence here. Dayblow XSC. I don't think we can classify this as any of the actual real decks, so let's see, start with Fertile Ground here to get more green. He seemed keen to counter my Enchantress Presence, so I'm gonna lead with this. I don't think I care if it gets counterspelled. I mean, I have so many cards in hand, like it really doesn't matter a thing. Actually, no, I think I just Parallax Wave here, because the next turn I can Opalescence and I can protect my stuff. Whereas, or I could just Seraph Sanctum. I lose a Wild Growth, but I make 4 mana, I play Opalescence. And then I can protect my stuff, right? Yeah, I think I'm just gonna jam my land here. It makes me 1 turn faster, I think. Actually, no, I only attack for 3 here. Oh yeah, the next turn I can attack for 4 more because I have a second Opalescence. So I'm gonna deal 7 more damage by the end of next turn this way, if everything goes right. So that probably was a good call. Next turn I deal 11, so he's gonna go down to 1. Oh. I'm gonna bounce itself, because he's probably gonna bounce. Actually, does it matter if he bounces this? I don't think so. But anyway, still I have more power on the field this way. What is this? Yeah, he probably didn't know what the hell this thing did in combination with the Parallax Wave. And I told them it's immune. I told them it's a combo immune to removal. And normally I don't like, giving hints, but I think like telling him it's immune to removal might make him side out removal, and I think I still want him to side out removal. It still seems I think that's quite okay. Because like removal can still be annoying if I only have 1 Opalescence and he like if something happens to my Parallax Wave, yeah, whatever. I don't know what I wanted to say, but it still feels safer. I could bring in Rest in Peace or Ley Lines against Punishing Fire, but I don't know if it's better than anything else we have. So I think I just resubmit. The deck seems good. And I think Replenish against these counters is better than Rest in Peace against Punishing Fire. Easy mulligan, no green. Yeah, turn 2 Enchantress, that's easy keep. And then putting this on top just to deal with Pithing Needles or Jace or even Mentor, probably. Okay, I'm gonna fetch a basic here first. Normally I was gonna fetch a Savannah here because I'm still gonna need double white for the Parallax Wave. But yeah, playing a basic is always safer. If he plays Punishing Fire, he probably doesn't play Blood Moon, but he might still do so. Wear Tear, okay. I think I still Parallax Wave, try to kill them, like try to exile the Monastery Mentor that way. Because Oblivion Ring still has more value if he if he plays a Jace next turn. And then next turn, if I want to Oblivion Ring something, I can just Oblivion Ring and commune with the gods. Like I can double spell. Oh yeah, he did have the Jace. And I will Oblivion Ring it. Snapcaster Wear Tear is gonna be kind of annoying though. So I'm gonna lead with the... Actually I'm gonna play my land first, and I'm gonna lead with Oblivion Ring. Just to play around double days, like he's not gonna have it, but better safe than sorry. Take your Jace. You don't have any 2 mana white spells, so floating mana here doesn't do a whole lot, but... yeah, I'm gonna need Opalescence here. And I don't think he has a Force of Will, because he would have definitely countered one of these 2 to protect his stuff. So I think this Opalescence is good to go. Which would... okay. At least we get to permanently exile his mentor. If he doesn't Snapcaster Wear Tear this. We really need if that happens, we really need to hit Replenish or die. Gonna play the fetch land in case he wants to start fate sealing me. Actually, I can just attack the Jace with Parallax Wave. I think I want to do that before I do anything else. Attacking Jace, sure. Snapcaster. Wear Tear. You could Wear Tear the Opalescence. I think I need him... Oh, maybe he wants to declare it as a blocker first, but I can't exile it. Because then it's no longer attacking and I don't kill the Jace either, so I might as well let him do something here first. Wear Tear my Opalescence. Definitely gonna exile his stuff more permanently here. He does get back the Mentor, so he could get 1 token out of it, but I could kill a token as well anyway. And unfortunately, Jace gets to live, and we no longer have the combo going on. I think just Snapcaster isn't enough reason to shut off our own replenish with Rest in Peace anyway, because we also have Starfield of Nyx, and so we have 3 cards that are really good in these grindy matchups, the Replenish and the Starfield. And I definitely value those more than stopping his stuff. Let's exile this. He could make a tokeny response. Brainstorm. I'm not gonna exile the tokens yet. I might exile this a second time in response, because the Brainstorm could find him another Brainstorm. And then he gets more tokens. But this one token I can exile it whenever it becomes too big to deal with. Enchantress presence. Probably a bit too late, because this Jace has already done its job. Definitely keeping this in hand if I ever draw another Enchantress presence. So next turn we go to 0 counters, which means it's no longer a combo with Opalescence, but it will still keep the Mentor away. So I think it's worth not taking his Monk token here. Even if he pumps it to like a 5-5 or 6-6. Because with the Mentor we are going to be in real trouble if he gets Mentor Punishing Fire online. Come on, replenish. He probably has Hardcast Force up by now, but because he's keeping open mana either for Snap Counterspell or Hardcast Force. I mean, I could board Helm Rip just to randomly get him. Not sure how good it is though. Like Wear Tear also takes Helm. Like the Punishing Fire didn't do a whole lot here. It's mostly just all the Wear Tears. So something like Sterling Grove would be better here. Okay, sure, opponent gets back their thing. We get a thing, it gets Force of Will, and then we die. I probably have one more turn to draw something. Yeah, I probably want Rest in Peace, Helm of Obedience. Not just to stop his stuff, but also because it's an alternative win condition. That's hard for him to deal with. Actually, I think we're just dead here, right? I didn't do the mods yet, but if he Punishing Fires once or twice, I think we're dead to the prowess. So I'm just gonna concede. Or I could bring in Engineered Plague. Engineered Plague on Monk or Human or something. Eidolon actually stops Snapcaster Mage. So let's see, these are the options. Helm, Rip, even Sphere of Resistance, but I think that doesn't do enough. Like, he still gets to Ponder Brainstorm out of the lock. I mean, lock is not even a hard lock. Maybe cutting some ramp spells. And Presence is kind of bad against Wear Tear. At least this gets, like, could be like a 3-for-1. And Enchantress Presence could be a 1-for-1 if he gets killed. Probably taking those out. Yeah, this seems fine. Just going for a quicker win and shutting him off his easiest win condition. Yes, we'd like to play first. No third mana. I think I still keep. Commune with Gods could find us Utopia Sprawl if you're really desperate. Like, all the cards in his hand are good. So we just need to hit one specific thing. This is probably our punishment for cutting 2 mana sources, like the Fertile Ground and the Lotus Petal. So if this gets Flusterstormed or Spell Pierced, we could be in trouble. Oh, Wild Growth. I think I want Utopia Sprawl here. Because he's not, like, I could take Sylvan Library, but he's definitely gonna counter Sylvan Library, and then we're still screwed. Whereas if I draw Utopia Sprawl, I don't think he will counter it. Serra's Sanctum. I'm gonna put this. Oh, I should have played Serra's Sanctum first to play around Spell Pierce. No, doesn't matter. Okay. Like, I could have taken Wild Growth, then I could play Wild Growth in Caracas, and I could play a second spell this turn. So that's unfortunate. Yeah, I think taking a card that makes black is more important if you have black mana here. Let's see, I'd probably play out the Wild Growth first, because it nets me 1 mana with the Serra's Sanctum. Then this could get me Doomwake Giant, which might then die. Playing Engineer Plague is more resilient to stuff, because at least the tokens he gets first will die, and Doomwake Giant isn't guaranteed to do anything yet. I think I start with a Plague on Monk, because the tokens are monks, right? This is a monk, the tokens are monks. And then next turn I can play Doomwake Giant and kill this, hopefully. Sure. Where there this? I think that's fine, because he doesn't get the tokens yet. If I had played Doomwake Giant, we would have reached nothing there, because it would have, like, he would have gotten these tokens regardless. So how much mana do we have here? 6. I could Snapcaster. Like, I could Crewfix Insight plus Oblivion Ring, or Doomwake Giant. But if I play Doomwake Giant, it's not gonna kill anything yet. He might just have Snapcaster. Wear Tear. Crewfix Insight risks. Crewfix Insight risks milling our replenishes, though. I think we'll have to live with that. Do we need more fuel? Like, we need more cheap fuel to do something with this to make giant. Sylvan Library, probably Parallax Wave, and Enchantress Presence. Then we actually Sylvan Library. I really need to draw something, right? So maybe something could be said for playing Sylvan Library first. But okay, now he has Hardcast Force, which means I should play something that he wants to force first, like Enchantress Presence. Then I can play Parallax Wave and exile his second Monastery Mentor. Or I could play Sylvan Library. I don't think I need Sylvan Library yet, though. Maybe I shouldn't have fetched here. I didn't actually count how much mana I had. Yeah, I had enough mana not to care about fetching here. So it would have been more valuable to keep against the Jace, for example. Here I think I just take the Monk token as well. Because I already have Opalescence. And if he didn't counter this, he doesn't have... I mean, he could have another Hardcast Force of Will, like without a blue card. But if he didn't count the Parallax Wave, I think I'm okay with using the counters a bit more aggressively. So I need this Opalescence to resolve, which means I need to play something else first that he probably wants to counter, like the Sylvan Library. Did not get countered. So we have 7 mana here, which means I can play both Opalescence and Crewfix Insight. But not Doomwake Giant. Actually, I'll have 8 mana. It's probably gonna counter this, unfortunately. But even if I played Crewfix Insight first, he was still gonna counter it, so... So I don't think it mattered. Now all I need to do is not to mill my replenishes. Okay, I milled 1. But Starfield of Nyx kind of fulfills the same role. At least similarly. Still keeping open mana, so we might be he might have either Hardcast Force or Snapcaster Counterspell. But he didn't Snapcaster Wear Tear my Sylvan Library, which I would expect someone to do because this is just gonna be too valuable here. Yes, use library. Don't need the land. I probably can afford to pay life for this. I'm not gonna cast it yet because this also has the possibility to to exile my to get rid of my last replenish. So I'm not gonna cast either of these two. I probably need to start with Doomwake Giant so it gets countered. Then I play Starfield of Nyx and have an army. He didn't counter it. He does know about the Starfield though. So there might also be a reason not to counter it. Not to counter the Doomwake, I mean. Since we already got rid of one replenish, I think definitely don't play out this. I mean, I think I definitely actually contradict each other. And I think I don't play this commune yet. Oh, he did not do anything to stop it. Actually, no, I don't activate it yet. I think I just start by attacking. Whatever I do, I use these as late as possible. He's not doing anything. Either he's very patient, or he just doesn't have it. End of turn I'm gonna flicker this because it's gonna be dead to its own, like the fading. I mean, no, it's not gonna be dead yet, but it's gonna lose its last counter. And I won't be able to flicker it anymore. Actually, Ponder might find him wear tear to kill it in response. So I think I just do it here. Response, plow it. Oh, okay, that's not bad. Oh, now he gets back the Mentor. That's annoying. Could have avoided it, but at least they won't have Snapcaster counterspell up next turn, so we play another Parallax Wave and deal with it more permanently. He could still Snapcast a Wear Tear my Starfield though. Or he could cancel Judgment it. Fair enough, opponent. This still kills your monk stuff probably. Okay, we have another Opalescence. So we have Opalescence, Parallax Wave up again. Put that one back. So I need... Which one do I need to resolve most? Like, if he has a Force, which one do I want him to take first? Opalescence, I need to have more damage on the field, so I think I'll lead with Parallax Wave. Actually, Parallax Wave deals with Mentor, so maybe it's more important because I already have a Doomwake to kill him. And here I already know the top two cards, and one of them is Rest in Peace, so I might be tempted... Oh, he's digging for the Force here, probably. Might be tempted to fire off the Commune with the Gods here. Like, there are only 3 cards that I don't know yet. And I may want to drop the Rest in Peace here if both of these get countered. Actually, no, I need Replenish even more then. But I don't want him to untap with all this mana and all this stuff in his graveyard, so... Two cards. Ooh, Force plus blue cards. That's very strong. I think he already had a force, but he didn't want to pitch his brainstorm. That's feels like it could be the case. Which means I actually can't drop the rest in peace I draw here anyway. So that might make it too risky. If he blocks Oblivion Ring, yeah. Since he's empty-handed, I think I don't want to drop the rest in peace here. I just attack with this. I don't want to give him back one more mentor, and I don't want him to kill my Silver Library. Actually, he has Punishing Fire, so he could have killed my Silver Library with a Punishing Fire. See, put back. I think maybe if I don't shuffle here, I'm actually less likely to mill my own stuff. So I think, yeah, here I want to take the risk. Then I can still drop the rest in peace and draw something else. Yeah, probably Wild Growth is better here. It still gets me a Doomwake Giant trigger to kill his stuff and make him less likely to. If he has a Punishing Fire now, he needs to fire it off first, and we'll know what he has going on. So we know he's empty-handed. Crewfix Insight could get us a few more enchantments, meaning it might be worth the risk of milling our thing. Because then we get to attack for more. Like, we just need to be able to clear the board here, right? This is 6 deep. Oh yeah, we milled the last replenish. But we get to keep Utopia Sprawl. Ooh, Parallax Wave. We have another Parallax Wave. Yeah, we win the game here. Opponent said good amounts of luck were involved. I think that's not the case. Like, we saw 41 cards in our deck, so I mean we definitely should. If you've only have 19 cards left in library, you definitely should have always found the answer for everything. But I mean, my opponent has the right to be unhappy about having stuff. And another win in the books. Where's my game? Against Yakaldir. I think last time I saw him he was on Storm. No, not on Mono Red Storm for a while, but I think after that he was on Elves. So I'm gonna assume this is, I mean, slightly too slow. But if you draw a Parallax Wave, we can drop it turn 3. No, that's a bit too slow against Elves. This, at least it already has the Wave and the Doomwake Giant. I think I bottomed this because I want more land and I don't want to lose to not, like, if I draw another land here, I want to play my Enchantress Presence and not my library. Actually no, library is guaranteed to make us find. Yeah, library was probably a better choice there, but I'm gonna assume he's not on a Wasteland deck, and fetch the black source we need. Because if you don't have black, we definitely can't win. Like, it's gonna be very hard to win this if something happens to my Parallax Wave. Yeah, maybe some library would have been able to draw us everything we need to drop this turn 3 as well. Well, if you play Serra Sanctum, actually we already have 4 mana with Serra Sanctum and Enchantress Presence. Yeah, I think it's a rough call, but we really needed this land here, and now we are maybe more likely to find another land as well. Yeah, I probably should have kept the library. It seems like the most correct play. Playing against elves. Let's see, I think I already have played against it, right? Okay, yeah. The Calder. Since we already have Parallax Wave guaranteed next turn if we resolve an enchantment, I think I played the Oblivion Ring here. I think drawing cards is less important than killing this, because this ramps him mana, and him having more mana means we're less likely to die before the Parallax Wave does anything. Ursula Rangers, Nettle Sentinel. And Parallax Wave will be another enchantment, so we'll also be guaranteed to have 5 mana the turn after. If he doesn't wreck stage us, of course. Or if he doesn't kill us here with casting more sick stuff. If he plays out a whole bunch of 1/1s here, maybe Doomwake Giant is slightly better, I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, here we untap Stride Arbor, replace Elvish Visionary. And he gets to make 1 more mana here. Potentially play, like, he still gets to play any 1-drop he draws or has in his hand for free. So, playing Doomwake Giant kills this, and this, he bounces this. So we actually only kill, it kills this, this, and this. So we kill 3 things. Parallax Wave, exile this. In response, Parallax Wave, and then replenish. Drawing replenish means, actually we didn't draw a land, so we don't have that choice. I could only play Doomwake Giant if he top deck land. Never mind. Definitely should play Parallax Wave here. We start by exiling Wirewood Symbiote, and then we exile his mana creatures. Wirewood. Did not bounce anything. Probably wanna exile that. How many counters do I need left here? Actually, Ursula Rangers is kind of nasty as well. So if I remove all the counters, he gets back his stuff. Tapping floating a green mana, that's strange. Sure. Maybe he plays crop rotation. If he crop rotates for a cradle, I might want to exile more things here. Yeah, this should leave him with as little mana as possible. Then Parallax Wave survives one more turn, and then Doomwake Giant should be able to clean up with everything that gets returned by the Parallax Wave. This version of Enchantress definitely has a better matchup against Elves, because Parallax Wave is a reasonable card. Could have a land and a Rex Sage here, which would kind of suck. But I need this Parallax Wave to survive one more turn to make me 5 mana for the Doomwake Giant. Taiga means he has Rurik Thar, and he probably brings it in against the Enchantress. Does this change a thing? So we have 5 mana here. We could go up to 6 by playing the Wild Growth first. That doesn't achieve much this turn, but it could let us cast more spells next turn. So I think I prefer to play it first. So next turn this dies, he gets back, I don't remember. Oh yeah, neither of these have an enter the battlefield ability, so he could return one more thing with his Wirewood Symbiote to save it from my triggers, but the amount of mana I have, let's see, a bunch of, I have 7. Definitely lead off with Enchantress Presence. Then I could commune with the God's Hope to draw a 2-drop, or I could replenish the Parallax Wave. I think replenishing the Parallax Wave just locks up the game, because it allows me to exile stuff in his turn in case he goes for... In case he goes for something like Natural Order for something. When it concedes. Because these could have bricked and then I could have died. Eidolon, probably okay. Enlightened Tutor, probably. Engineered Plague. And Sphere of Resistance is probably on the draw. It's gonna screw me more than him, so. And I don't think this is grindy enough for the Enchantress Presences. I probably just need to lock him out with more hateful spells here. If this had a Utopia Sprawl, I would keep it, because it would be a turn 2 Engineered Plague or Eidolon. But I think if we only get to play it in turn 3, if we ever get this online, I think it's a pity, like mulliganing away 2 sideboard cards, but yeah, at least this has mana. This has mana to do something. I mean, I could have calculated the chance of drawing either Utopia Sprawl or a Lotus Petal, because there were like 8 in the deck, 10 in the deck, which including the Lotus Petals, and we were on the draw, so I would have had some chances to find them, but at least I would have had 2 chances to find Lotus Petals and 1 chance to find the Sprawls. Oh yeah, I should have put an upkeep stop in case I ever want to Enlighten Tutor for something. See, this is on white, which means I should get a Bayou here. Living Ring doesn't seem great. Either I commune with the gods and then Enlighten Tutor in case I didn't find Engineered Plague, or I just Screwfix Insight and hope to find a lot of value enchantments. Maybe Engineered Plague doesn't do it here. I probably just want to draw a bunch after my mulligan. Again, it's just a gut feeling. It's not a calculated risk at seeing. Oh yeah, Opalescence I want. Parallax Wave. Actually, do I? Sylvan Library is really good because I'm needing exactly some specific answers. And I still need more mana. Okay, I'll take the Parallax Wave in case I draw a white source. But I don't think I need Opalescence here yet. So I need to not die this turn and then find a land. Okay, Glimpse, that means I might just die. If he has a Gaze Cradle, I'm probably dead. Oh, Heritage Druid, I'm actually equally dead. That's a pity. I think we recovered quite okay from the mulligan. But yeah, only having 2 turns means we're gonna be too slow on the draw. Is there any chance I survive, or should I just save some time and concede, is the main question. Like, he's drawing 2 cards for every spell. You can still bounce one of them. No, you come as a forest. Yeah, I don't think there is any way for him to brick, right? Unless he draws like 10 lands in a row. 8 mana. Yeah, I'm gonna concede here. I don't think there is any way he doesn't draw either Crater Hoof or... Actually, maybe on the draw this is better. On the play, I mean. And cut some... Maybe cut a Replenish and cut a Ghost out. I could either hit Green Sun Zenith or Crater Hoof or Natural Order, or just play his entire library. Yes, we'd like to play first. Engineered Plague, but again, no ramp spell, and we saw we just die before we get the 3rd turn. So I'm on this. This is sort of decent. I'm gonna bottom this because I have to shuffle with my fetch land anyway. We don't actually have anything going on yet, but at least we will have the mana to play anything here. Let's name white. Like, we don't even have anything to turn on with this Opalescence. Like, we only have auras here. Tap for green, play this Wild Growth. I boarded out the Enchantress presences, so I don't need to keep anything in hand for draw triggers. At least we have enough mana to cast Doomwake Giant now. Fortunately, we don't have a Doomwake Giant. I think it was a mistake. He should have attacked first, because then he would have been able to untap his Nettle Sentinel again. But yeah, it probably doesn't matter. But maybe I should not have fetched away my Enlightened Tutor, because here drawing any of these would have been... like having an Enlightened Tutor here would have been really good, I think. I'm gonna Oblivion Ring one of his things to buy me some time. The Nettle Sentinel turns on Heritage Druid and Burslow Rangers, so I think this is the most dangerous creature. Let's play out the Wild Growth. Next turn this will be a 3/3 creature. Not the best, but it'll be something. I think we lose this game, like he still has 5 cards in hand. Abrupt Decay, he really wants his Nettle Sentinel. So we should rip an Engineered Plague here and make him regret not having like having wasted his Abrupt Decay. It's gonna slow down our Opalescence clock, so it does make some sense. Do I want to replenish? I don't think so. Cause just Oblivion ringing one of his things. Maybe he has Heritage Druid in hand. No, because he would just have played Heritage Druid, Nettle Sentinel, and start going. Yeah, I have to start developing my own game plan, so I think I just played out the Opalescence and hope to draw either my either the Parallax Wave or I do make Giant. I guess would be fine as well. Or Engineered Plague. Okay, Symbiote is annoying. At least this is a slow engine, like he gets to draw one more card here. He should probably attack first before activating this. If he doesn't have a Cradle or a Glimpse. Or Okay, yeah. This is a slow engine, and it will provide a lot of advantage over time. But it's better than being dead, because it's already turn 4. Crew fix inside. Need to keep open. Actually, fertile ground makes any color. I think I keep open that land. Oh yeah, definitely taking plague. Probably taking all of these. I think I still need to name elf. I could be greedy and name insect, but that doesn't seem to be worth it. So next turn he could play visionary, it dies, and draw abrupt decay this, then we replenish. So it's basically natural order into something with like natural order into progenitus probably kills us here. Maybe, let's see, natural order into crater hoof gives everything +3 and trample, so yeah, they could also kill us, I guess. Rick Sage. You could get Rex Sage here if Crater Hoof doesn't kill me, and then I can replenish next turn. Okay, no, but apparently I am gonna get killed. Okay, close enough. I definitely had a chance here if I wouldn't have had to mulligan. Went to -2. Then I could have played my stuff and replenish. Yeah, if I would have survived, probably Engineered Plague again and Obliterating on Crater Hoof of the replenish would have done it. Oops, where's my league? Navi Stabber. I think I played against him earlier. He played very slow. I think it was on like the humans deck, so we should have a good matchup. And he did not play Wasteland, so unless he lands turn 2 Thalia, I have my Sylvan Library guaranteed, and he probably can't deal with it. Now we have Parallax Wave, Opalescence. Okay, he's apparently not on the humans deck anymore. That sucks. So I need to fetch a basic here. Put you top. I need him not to have a too fast a start, but and I need to draw running lands. But I found Parallax Wave to be really good against Eldrazi, so okay, I'm actually 3-0 against Eldrazi in general. Sure. no idea what a Navi stabber is though. Like he stabs Navis, but I don't know what Navis are. Okay, took my silver library, and then I die. Because I needed my silver library was my only thing. Yep. Don't think I have any outs here, I just died to him attacking twice. I just want to... Okay, opponent can't go to sideboarding either. Okay, I can't even... I'm just gonna close it this way, because otherwise it wants to concede my match. Okay, we are in our sideboard. I can't even sideboard yet. What the hell is going on? Alright. Eldrazi. I'll want Seeds of Innocence, Seal of Primordium, maybe Ley Lines against Thoughtnot, but I'm not sure. The exile a bunch of stuff, but Replenish is still okay against all his dust. Definitely don't want Tutor against the Chalice. Maybe I just cut one of the Replenishes and one of the Presences. Yeah, I'll try it like this. I'll play first, yes. Turn 1, nothing. Turn 2, nothing. Very slow, but I'll keep it. Try to find a parallax wave on top or something. Keep wealth growth. Let's see, I can't play turn 1. Turn 2 I play Fertile Ground and I'll have 4 mana regardless. So I think I bottomed this. It's kind of weak against Chalice anyway. Yeah, start with fertile ground here. I'm gonna stick to basics, like some Eldrazi decks run wasteland, some don't. But the fertile ground makes black mana now for the Doomwing Giant, so... Yeah, and it doesn't even matter, because he's probably gonna take the Doomwake here. Maybe I should have brought in ley lines, but it's like my 4 cards I could potentially have in opening hand versus his 4 cards that he needs to have in his opening hand. Because he, like, neither of us play Brainstorm, so it's just a gamble. Like, I need to have mine in my opening hand and his in his opening hand, because if he doesn't have one and I have one, it's a dead card. And if he has one but I don't have one, I just decided in a card that does nothing. Let's name white here. I'm gonna put one on white here in case he wastelands my Savannah, just to have guaranteed 4 mana next turn, even against wasteland. Or like if I draw Starfield of Nyx, I can play it as well. But I feel I'm deadish here. Actually, no, I have 1 turn to draw Parallax Wave. Oblivion Ring. See, Oblivion Ring, the Thought Knot Seer. Then I have 2 mana. I don't think 2 mana wins me. I don't have anything to win me the game at 2 mana, but I'll try. I mean, I get to cast a spell and make blue mana here. Draw a card. Yeah, it would have been a 2/2 at least. Okay, we were kind of close, but yeah, two cards off. Another loss. Didn't get any more scans. I'm gonna buy my fourth Legends library for this deck, just to finish my playset. And then in, I don't know, in a week I'll have my 4 libraries. And I think I still need Eidolon of Rhetoric, and then I'll have to complete the deck. Capsula Mulligan. I guess I'll keep this. I do need more land. I could bottom this because I'm probably gonna draw a 4th mana at some point. But I guess having it in my hand and being sure probably beats having to hope top decking it. I'm gonna put it on white here. I could have kept the fetch land in case I draw Doomwake Giant, but I put my hopes on him being on show and tell and dying to this cast out. Nope, he's on Delver, okay. I'm not under any pressure, so I'm not jamming this into a daze yet. I think I do want to cycle this though, you never know, I draw something good. Nope. At least we're one card closer to our combo, like by drawing it. And the next turn I can play Crewfix around days, and then either he has to force my Parallax Wave or Opalescence, and then I can just replenish it back. So he's gonna need a lot of disruption to beat this. I think I have the luxury to play around days forever, so I'm not gonna jam the Parallax Wave or anything yet. No, Force Page Spell Snare, sure. Rug Delver seems to be really popular lately. Like I haven't seen any Grixis Delvers for a while. And here I lead off with Parallax Wave, because it deals with the Delver if he doesn't have the force. He could be Grixis Delver and just have drawn his one tropical island. Spell Pierce, that's nasty. At least he's down to 3 cards, and I think he didn't shuffle after his brainstorms, so. Mongoose, that's kind of annoying. Oh wait, he has Spell Snare. I could play Sylvan Library and then replenish, because then he could still have Daze. He could have a Daze and a Spell Snare. So I could cast Opalescence first, but then I could be dead to him having a Bolt and... I feel like risking it. He's gonna Spell Snare it. He did not Spell Snare it. Oh wait, yeah, he pitched it to the Force. Okay. Means he's more likely... Means he's more likely to have... Oh, actually this resolving means we're not dead to Daze. That's also very good. He needs Force plus blue card here, which he does not. Exile your Delver. Next turn, turn this into a 4/4, and then we can start blocking. Capsula 1. Oops. Actually, Sylvan Library is a creature, so that seems better than... Oh wait, I can't even play it. Never mind. Should have drawn the land to play around Spell Pierce. If he Spell Pierces me here, I kind of owe the loss to myself. Yeah, I think I can afford to attack with... Oh yeah, I attack with everything. I'm still dead to him stifling the return trigger of this, though. So maybe I need to keep one blocker. 'Cause I could return these as blockers as well. It bolts me, sure. Yeah, it would kind of suck if he would stifle this, I guess. It doesn't really matter because at least I have my. At least I will have Exalted Delver. Second Opalescence seems very good. Put that one back. And put that one back. Actually, the whole library is dangerous because he could just block it. I'll keep these as 2 blockers just in case. Oh, he bolts me. Maybe I should have attacked with this one as well, because it would just have been 2 free damage. Like, I didn't see he was actually dead on board. Now I'm dead to him having a 4th lightning bolt. Fortunately, he does not. Against Tarmogoyf Mongoose, I want Rest in Peace. I think I bring in the Engineer Plague as well, because I've lost the true name out of the deck. Maybe Helm of Obedience, not entirely sure. And I'll cut a bunch of expensive cards, especially on the draw. Oh, guess I can leave him one replenish. Not entirely sure if Helm of Obedience is worth it, but Rest in Peace is good, so maybe Helm is good as well. Only 1 mana, easy mulligan against the Stifle Wasteland deck, Spell Pierce Daze deck. Mulligan, yes. I guess I'll keep this and try to play around Stifle on my fetch land. If he keeps open his mana here. And he does, okay. I'm going to play my Caracas here. It could let me Enlightened Tutor for Rest in Peace. And if I play the fetch land, he knows he has to keep open Stifle forever. Where is my Rest in Peace? There it is. Actually, I don't want my Silver Library to get dazed or my Utopia Spell to get Spell Pierced, so maybe I should have Enlightened Tutored in his turn and hope he countered it. But I guess it's fine. And this also means we don't get to draw a land next turn, so if he keeps open Stifle, this Wooded Foothills is going to feel bad. Okay, he keeps open Wasteland even. But no Stifle, that's a good thing. white. I guess he has a daze or something, or a force, so I'm not playing the resting piece yet. Otherwise he wouldn't have played his Tarmogoyf, right? If he knows we have the resting piece. Or maybe he just didn't have anything else to do, in which case we just took damage without a reason. And I still think drawing extra cards here and digging for the third land is better than just saving a few damage this turn. He's gonna brainstorm here because it will put him at 7 cards in the graveyard, and we will take 2 more damage of the Nimble Mongoose because of thresholds. Okay, fetch land, want to keep that. Probably want to keep the Utopia Sprawl, but I don't think I can afford to. He has the Force and the Stifle. Probably want to fetch here, hope to find another resting piece next turn with my Simple Library. Otherwise I'm kind of dead. Go down to 4. Actually, if he has a bolt, even resting piece doesn't save me. Parallax Wave, but no mana to cast it. Living Ring this, hope to survive a turn. Let's see if he has the Stifle or the Force or the Bolt. Okay, GG. On the play, what do I want to change? I think I keep it the way it is. We can't cut the ramp spells. We can't cut the combo spells either, I think. So I can't. Maybe I could cut the cast outs for Enchantress presences, but I think being able to exile a Goyf late game. Try it like this. Maybe replenish isn't worth it with all the rest in peace effects. So I think maybe the cycling isn't good enough. I'll try some presences here. It has mana and some spells to cast, so I think I'm gonna keep this. Probably play the Oblivion Ring into a Daze if he has a turn 1 Delver, but I probably don't want to play the Krufix Insight into a Daze yet. Opponent skipped their turn 1. So they can't daze my Crewfix Insight, which means I definitely want to cast it here. Maybe they F6'd too quick, or they just kept the hand with all counters and no land. Do I fetch here to play around Stifle, or do I... No, I think I play Serra Sanctum, because if I don't want to lose my 1 Bayou here. Wasteland, and I don't want him to keep open Stifle either. Sure. That's great. Let's just put this on black, and then I can safely fetch a white source here. Not casting Engineered Plague until I know what to name. I could name Merfolk for true name. I think that's kind of dodgy if you don't know if he actually plays true name. And do make deals with true name anyway. Opponent kept Wasteland, Force of Will, Spell Pierce, so probably not even the Wasteland. I think there should have been a mulligan for him. But of course I don't know the rest of his deck. But he didn't force this, so he didn't have double force. Helm of Obedience means I think I just dig for Rest in Peace here and with Commune. Found Rest in Peace. That's great. So opponent needs next turn a counterspell for this helm or they're dead. Seems good. Actually, they do play Spell Pierces, so it could be something could be said for playing out Utopia Sprawl first. Oh, double bolt my thing. So you're not keeping open Stifle or Spell Pierce, which means I definitely want to jam my Helm of Obedience here before they untap. Opponent exiled their deck. Let's see what's in there. Stifles, Surgical, Tarfire. Okay. Yay. And yeah, I've got plenty of tickets, so I'll probably just open this for the fun of it instead of keeping it for sales. Ooh. What the hell is that? Kindred Charge. Anyway, it's got 30 play points, that's very nice. So yeah, I need to fill out the match result. I think it was 2-1. Another positive score for the deck, 3-2. So it's now at yeah, it's still at 75, 78, 50, 57, 58% win after 40 rounds. That's kind of impressive for such a janky deck. So anyone who wants to play Enchantress, but doesn't like more traditional builds. Like this is really the perfect way to troll people at your local store. Maybe it's not consistent enough for a big tournament that costs you like a lot of money, but I definitely think the power level is very high, so I can recommend it to people who like this style of deck. Okay, see you later.